We're talking about transgenerational trauma, money mindset, and psychology. And then we went through the stock market. I want to specifically talk about part 2 of how to invest in the stock market. I'm going to use this time to get coached in the process.
Okay.
I invested. Gabby's a teacher too. So I did in New Jersey, and my husband made me because I was like, I just want to leave. He's like, I'll do 10 and that's it. I'm done. I have vested pension, not full, but I'm getting a little. But I don't really have a pension. I mean, I've been working since I was 14. I'll get some Social Security. I want to
your own
in my business where I want to take my whatever a month. We're actually talking about Gabby helped me set up. We call them buckets. The thing we'll talk about for the first time and embarrassingly but transparently, I will say I have a savings account for my business. I have a personal time off bucket, which is this year was for working with Gabby was the first time in entrepreneurship where I had a paid vacation. I would use
she didn't have to work.
Oh my God, I had to usually stack before, after, burn myself before going to vacation.
Just be dead when you get there.
To be able to go or not. And I had to also work 1 or 2 days with it. I would have something. This was the first time I went to St. Bart. I was looking forward to go to St. Bart. When we first went for our honeymoon, we went for 3 days.
Okay.
We went for almost 2 weeks.
It's amazing.
I mean,
I didn't get to work. You didn't have to work.
I didn't have to work. And I was paid because I had this. So I'm explaining the bucket. We have a bucket set up for my retirement that we kind of not really touched on or tried and then deleted. Here is my challenge to myself, and we'll talk about it now.
I'm excited.
Investment bucket.
Okay.
I just want to put a flat amount that we talk about.
Okay.
Like maybe something that feels maybe 100.
Okay.
So put away a month, like just to start. But instead of putting it in a bucket, I want to directly put it into
your account. Okay.
Whatever. I don't even know where this would be. And I want to start investing the way that you said.
Congrats, by the way. This is a huge moment. The fact that you're okay, I'm here, I'm ready. Exactly, right? Talk about accountability for sure.
Not even that. I won't talk about this, but I know I'm not alone. One of the big things is care. And I won't have a retirement plan. I tell people, you will. You just have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
Because if people really look, you're already paying it somehow. You're either getting paid less or you're paying more.
Exactly.
You're paying for it. Okay, so we're at this place. I'm 43. I went to retire much sooner than retirement age.
Right.
So let's make a realistic. This is what I love about Gabby. Gabby's like, here's what it should look like based on what you want. And then here's where it makes it doable and comfortable for you.
Exactly.
So age and not wanting to wait till I'm 50. God, at this point, I think it's 67 to retire. I want to retire today.
Don't. You know what's funny is you say that you want to retire today, but you absolutely do not want to retire today. Girl, you would retire and then you'd still be like 2 months later. Anyway, I'm doing, you're
I would like to travel and speak and coach, but
only 100% aligned work. I love that. Yeah, I love that for you.
I want to retire from I still love what I do, and I love my patients. I'm in the office now, I'm meeting clients. I love it. But again, it's an
emotional toll. Absolutely.
Actually, a coach, she's a professional organizer.
Okay. I need that.
For a client. And then I tested her out, and then we became, friends.
Yeah.
And then she came and she actually did some spots in my house. We have more to do, but she's phenomenal. Emotionally, you feel they're safe.
Yeah.
As a professional organizer, she's very empathic, and she tells me that sometimes she goes into people's homes and she's emotionally zapped.
Oh.
If she can be emotionally zapped organizing,
imagine how it's happening to me. Exactly. Yeah.
My point being is there's so much I want to absorb in my lifetime. With all that in tow.
Yeah.
How much?
What do I do?
I want to be a millionaire. I know I passed the age scope, and based on my $100 is not happening. But okay, based on numbers, if I wanted to be a millionaire,
okay,
60.
I can actually tell you right now.
See, tell me how much I have to put away, and let's talk about what I'm willing to start with, and then maybe we'll come to a compromise in between.
Okay, I will. By 60, you said 17 years, right? Okay, basically, is that right? Did I mess that right? Sorry. Did I also out your age? I thought we knew. I thought everybody knew. Okay, cool. You look great. You look amazing. I want to also acknowledge that this number that I'm about to tell you, if we're starting from zero, I never, ever, ever bring this number up because
listen,
it'll
say, I said to you, give me the actual number and then let's give
yeah, exactly. Okay.
raw, not Gabby number. This is punched into a machine and Gabby would not advise this. But go ahead. What is your based on the American calculation you have in your system?
Go to calculator.net and you're going to put additional contribution. I put the target as $1 million. We're starting off with zero and we're going to do 17 years for 10% return. We have to invest an additional $1,966.75 per month in order to achieve that.
Okay. You know, the coach in me is actually, you know, you don't have to do this. The coach in me would be like, I'll figure out a way to make a.
Exactly. Okay. It's not.
I mean, to become a millionaire in 17 years?
Yeah. Why not? Right? Screw it. And I want to acknowledge also that we've been working together. Pero, I mean, imagínate, if I had told Janessa that a year ago, she'd have been like, what are you talking about? Girl, what? Okay, I guess I'm never going to be a millionaire, you know?
Menos, about a year.
Yeah.
And that's how transformative it has. So okay, we're at this place. I'm ready. Okay, got it. We're not right now.
We're not. We will build up to that, but okay. We will build up to that. You see how I sneak that in there for you?
But she's always very positive. I feel nauseous. And I'm like,
yeah. Exactly. We just want to get comfortable with slight discomfort, you know? That's how we grow. That's how we extend ourselves. Okay. Now for you, I love the $100 number because I think it's, you know, it's accessible, it's easy. Let's do it.
If we do it, so does that reverse it for us? So
if we start now, 17 years, $100 a month, again, same calculator.net, and I'm just doing end amount, okay? Your total contributions, your money that you put in was only $20,400, but it's going to be worth $51,000. You more than 2x'd it, right? I know.
Wait. Then this is why I wanted to have this conversation. You're saying if I put in $1, I'll get $2 by the time I'm done.
Yeah. $2.20. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
That's the power of compound interest, right? And you see it okay, everybody, do you guys know Warren Buffett, right? He's known as like the best investor of our time, right?
I knew he was a country star.
He owns Berkshire Hathaway and stuff. He's hella billionaire and stuff. Yeah. Big billionaire. Yeah. I know. Anyway, this he has started investing in his teens. He's in his 80s now, okay? And the crazy part that people don't understand, está vivo. But the crazy part is that he made 9% of his wealth after he turned 60. Think about that. Well, the thing is, it's not about necessarily even your skill in investing. It's about this. I mean, girl, he was doing this for 40 years before he saw that.
For the calculator. Espérate.
Okay, more for the calculator. Give me numbers. All right.
My grandmother lived till 97.
Okay.
Let's say I give you $100 a month.
Okay.
97
minus. Okay, what you're asking is, and we're going to retire at 60. What you're asking is how much how do I live off of that? Kind of a thing?
No, I'm going to si no lo toco.
Si no lo toco. Oh, forever. Si no lo tocas para siempre. Man, okay. Instead, what is that going to be?
I did 54. I did my math.
Okay, go on. For 54 years, right? All right, let's see. $2,142,825. And you only contributed $64,800.
Gabby, here, abuelita, sorry, Mima.
I know. So, I should have done this.
I used to play the lotto.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was like 5 or 10. I think by the time she was like,
yeah.
And I remember thinking, and she had a notebook. She had a strategy. She would write numbers and would come up with, I don't know how it worked, but she had
okay. Yeah.
And she would do it based on the numbers that won and the numbers she played. It was the whole system.
Okay.
You're looking at that and saying, Mima, if you would put away those $20.
Yeah.
No, it's true in both of these, right? But she now passed it into literally a Russian roulette.
Yeah.
She won every one.
But I'm not seeing yeah. She's still proud.
Okay. But with the same concept, if we put the money that we would kind of put into something that's not researched, right? If I would be putting away.
Yeah.
And it would be strategically placed into a long-term gain.
Where do I put it for you? Step by step?
Just because of the fudge with numbers, right?
Yes. Okay.
Let's say we do the 100 a month.
Okay.
I still want to retire at 60.
Okay.
I take something out, but I still want to continue to compound something until I'm older. I still want to continue to grow.
You want it to last, essentially, right?
Yeah. How would that work?
Essentially, what you're talking about is what is safe to withdraw that you still have this time horizon, right? You still have the longevity, exactly, because you can't just withdraw it all, right? Because then nothing's compounding. Usually, people will use a 3 or 4%. That's safe to actually withdraw from your
3 or 4% of what's in there.
of what's in there, okay, per year is the safe thing. Again, let's say you're a millionaire, right? Okay, 3 to 4% of that is about $35,000. $35,000 of that you can take out in each year, and you're going to be okay. It's still going to be there. It can still sustain you, right? Yeah, and so that's where it comes from. Essentially. That's not exactly, and that's where the kind of the lifestyle of, all right, well, will my house be paid off there? Well, am I going to be making any passive income from the previous courses that I've had, right? Am I going to be, what does that look for me? I have a home investment property. What is my home is going to be paid off by then? Now, all of the rental income will in theory be.
They pay for water, electric. They have
exactly
like electric.
All of a sudden that your living expenses may also decrease significantly, right? But that's also why we see some people who decide to move to more affordable places because their money lasts longer, essentially, right? But I want to give you actionable steps to actually take. Okay, if you are an entrepreneur, again, I'm assuming that we're going to assume that you have no retirement at this point. Okay, there are eventually better, bigger accounts that you can choose, but again, baby steps. Let's get you to actually become this person. Okay, you're going to choose a brokerage, which is basically the financial institution that houses your money. Honestly, stick with the big three. Choose Vanguard, Fidelity, or my fave, Charles Schwab. Okay. And you basically go to fidelity.com. Pay them a lot because customer service is great because their fees are really, really affordable. They're big on actual consumers. Their relationships are really good. And most people have a very, very positive experience with all three of those. Those are the ones that I recommend. They don't know who I am. I don't get paid or anything. This is not beneficial.
Waiting back to Gaby, something else.
Like, that's funny.
Again, I'm a virgin here.
Yeah.
Let's say we open it up today, and I put in $100 and I do it in Charles Schwab. Yeah. How do I pick which stock? And then every month that I'm putting in the 100, am I putting it in the same stocks or different? How does that, or do you have to?
No, and that's the other reason why I like those three, especially Charles Schwab, because there's no minimum for account opening or for investing, which is great.
Today, Gaby, today.
Yeah, today, literally, okay? You picked your big bank, your institution. Now you're going to pick your actual, okay, we picked Charles Schwab, me too. Okay, now we're going to take the benefit of lowering your tax liability right now, okay? I know you would, that's why I'm choosing this for you. So you're going to open a traditional IRA. Literally Google Charles Schwab traditional IRA. Enter.
Again, I'm a virgin. People, I'm very bright in other areas. This is Gaby.
This is just not it. Yeah, it's okay. No, they're not the same. But your stock, your securities is your ownership. That's your ownership of whatever is traded on there.
A different word. I don't know what that means.
I'm trying to make sure that security is basically what can be traded on the stock market. Okay. Here's the big company of Disney. I know you love Disney. Here's a little tiny piece of Disney. That it's not you literally get anything, right? You're not, right? That is what is traded on the stock market. Okay. Your little tiny ownership of Disney or Apple or Tesla. A security is a type of investment, a type of ownership that is sold on the stock market. Stock ownership of Disney is one of them. ETF is going to be a collection of companies, exchange traded funds, index funds. I'm using these words because a lot of times people will hear these somewhere. They're like, what are they?
Package, right? When I was to do, they bought me. They said it's easier to do this. This is just a package.
Yeah. Or the way that I explain it,
wouldn't, because I would have wished somebody told me, which is probably easier for them, to be like, this is here. What do you do here? To me, it's smarter. If I'm consuming it, I find value in it, and I find Apple. I would do Apple, Disney, Starbucks. I'm letting out my secret. Where else? You know my finances, where I spend my money.
I know that's the big one.
Apple, Starbucks, Disney. I think there's 2 more. And that's really it.
Those are the big ones. I mean, I don't know if any of your glam squad moments can be traded on the stock market. I don't think they're public companies.
I don't really have
No, I think those are the big ones.
really big spending that I'm constantly generating.
Exactly. Okay. The way that I describe the difference between a stock itself and the actual an index fund or an ETF is going to be, do you know nerds? Yeah. Or do you know the nerds? Yeah. Do you know nerds too? The candy?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One purple nerd is one stock. Okay. You only have purple. Exactly. Versus the nerd's rope. It's got all the colors in there, right? You got a lot of different companies in there. Yeah, I know, but it works. And then I get it. Okay.
A stock is one company you're investing in.
You own Disney.
And then the ETF is if I want to bundle. Can you bundle your own or they come pre-bundled?
They come pre-bundled. You might be a tech ETF, or it might be a total market ETF, right? Or total en total. O sea, si quieres comprar, if you want to buy part of the entire stock market, the companies.
No.
So then you can choose certain ones. The S&P 500 is going to be a really popular one. Top 500 companies. What happens is, let's say let's say Apple has a terrible quarter. But guess what? Your Tesla, or I should have probably said Tesla's going to do a terrible quarter because I'm kind of a happening bitch. Okay. Tesla did terribly. But guess what? You didn't just have your Tesla nerd. You had a whole bunch of other stuff. So your portfolio wasn't
in one basket,
yes, queen. Exactly.
Okay. I would have to pick because I want 3 specific ones.
Okay.
I'm putting it in Charles Schwab, and then do I tell Charles Schwab and buy X amount of, how does that work? Because all stocks are different prices.
Correct. Okay. You open your IRA, your account, yeah? And you say, all right. Traditional IRA. And it's
not the Roth.
Traditional, nope, not the same thing. IRA, individual retirement account. Janessa owns it. Doesn't matter where Janessa works. Doesn't matter where Janessa moves to. It is always hers forever, period, the end. Okay. Now, traditional is going to be pre-tax. You're going to get the tax benefits now. And I know that's a little important for you. That's why I chose that one. Yeah. Yeah.
But if I'm when I'm 97.
Now, if you
want to pay those taxes.
Okay. So that's the other point is you would rather get the tax benefit when you're retired. Old you, right? Then you want to do a Roth because it's post.
But okay,
in general, okay, I'm going to be very, very loose generalization without knowing there's some other stuff that we got to look at, but a Roth. Yeah, Roth. A Roth IRA.
The one
is post tax. She gets no taxes when she's 65 or whatever, whenever we retire. We're 60 when we retire. You pay it now.
We're going to have to do notes for this.
Yeah.
So hold on, I'm going to write it.
And I think you actually already have a Roth IRA, dude.
The dream to live up to, I don't think we have.
Pero ya tienes la cuenta is what I'm saying. We have the account. Oh, you did?
No, I think they closed it because of inactivity.
Gotcha. I thought you closed it out.
All right, okay. I'm putting it in Charles Schwab, and I'm telling them,
and you're gonna put in fund $100, meaning So you're gonna link your Chase checking account.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how do I get them to say, okay, is it depending on the day and
you'll go in and you'll be like, okay, we're gonna use Disney again, right? Let me see what Disney is. I should know.
Oh, let's do the 3: Disney, Apple, and Starbucks. And let's see which one is. Oh, but there's 3 different things, right? Because it's how much is it per stock, per whatever. And then there's also projection and the history of how they've.
Yeah, exactly. So Disney's ticker symbol is DIS. Okay, you're gonna go in there. There's $100 in your Roth IRA, your Charles Schwab account. You're gonna go to trade. That's literally the button. And then the search is gonna say ticker symbol DIS. Enter. Okay. And then it's gonna be, this is what it's at. It's gonna go up and it's gonna go down, right? And it's gonna be moving. And I'm actually gonna do it at the same time. What I did was click on here where it says trade. And then if you go to accounts, it's in there.
Got it. Okay.
And then you're going to go click on trade. Okay. And then I clicked on stocks and ETFs because I guess Janessa wants to do Disney. That is a stock. Okay. I click ticker symbol Disney. Do you see it brought up that right now it's at 93.4. Okay. What I'm going to do, select action. I want to buy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
and
I can only buy one, which is, it's a share, right?
Exactly. So I bought one share. And I suggest always clicking this reinvested dividend. Anytime that they pay out their shareholders, it's always reinvested in the same one. Okay. And then I click on review.
So it's Disney's building on Disney.
Exactly. And then I review the order.
Starbucks, it'll do it back in Starbucks.
And I always, just because this, depending on, when you trade, maybe it'll go up and down since we have, a little bit more. I'm just going to raise this. Like, we'll go up to.
What does that do?
This is basically your limit price. Because this is an individual stock, I can actually say, you know what? I don't want it if it goes above 98, for example. But for us, for our intents and purposes, we don't really, our point is to actually just be there and actually trade, right? And
Here's the question. So my budget that we came up with for me is $100. When you're setting the cap, is that the reinvesting of it or just for today kind of thing?
for today.
Cost $93.47.
Mm-hmm.
Because $93.47, how does my extra few dollars play into?
Look, do you see how, if you look here,
It keeps changing.
do you see how it keeps changing? Yeah. That's basically what it is that if you set a limit, if I set a limit of, 93, I don't know, let's say 70, what is it? Kind of 45. And then it goes up on that. Do you see it might not? See, now I wouldn't trade it because it's at 46. That's all.
It won't go past 100. Sometimes you invest less than 100.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe you're investing less than 100. And that's when it's correct, because it'll be based on the actual price. If you're doing something, the other thing is like, okay, so this actually brings me to a good point. Do you see this? These are my positions right now of what I have. But this is what I own, just part of what I own. I own the S&P 500, which is again going to be this is how many stocks I own.
Wow, Gabby, look at you.
It's been a minute. We're trying.
Target.
And this, no, it's not Target. That's funny though. Yeah, I see why you think it. This is actually for people who I just want to not worry about it ever, just the same thing over and over again. My wife, I love her, but she is a Target date girly. Porque si no le da algo, no, is this will change what you own, what's in there with bonds and with all of these other things based on how close you get to retirement. When I first started, y'all see, I started as a Target date girly. I did, okay, I'm going to be in 2052, I'll be 60. I'm going to do the Target date fund of 2050. And I've been moving everything more into the S&P 500 and some other
saying, here's what I want to accomplish, kind of how we started. Based on that, you pick the stock.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's playing, what is it, when you play the lottery?
Yeah, when you play the lottery. Yeah, no, hopefully it's not. Let's not play the lottery when we talk about investing in the market.
So then I would go in there, and then every month I would go in there and fund,
and you can make it automatic, right? I have an automatic that I'm maxing out. Oops, wow, let me just throw my earbud. But I'm maxing out my Roth IRA, right? That it's X amount every.
What's the new cap? Is it
7? It'll depend. Yes, last year was 6,500 in the year. This year it's 7,000. Next year, is it 7,500?
I don't know. But to how much you can invest a year.
Exactly.
On that account, but isn't there another one you can max higher or no?
And that's why, we can talk about like a SEP IRA or a solo 401k. But again, we're not there yet, and we can grow to that. But we're starting at $100 a month. Why are we worrying about,
Hypothetically, if we max at that, yes.
Exactly.
This.
I know. Yeah, you're doing it. You would never have wanted to have this conversation before. You're like, this is boring. I don't want to know. Yeah.
And my buckets are sacred, but the retirement bucket never important enough.
Yeah. Then
go straight.
So then let's just put it in there. Exactly. And that's, I love that. Automate it, right? You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it.
But it's fun of going in there and actually doing it. I think I would want to intentionally, which is our word, intentionally go in there and do it, as opposed to just putting it in a bucket to sit there. Because then it's sitting there, it's not doing anything.
Exactly. It's tell me.
We'll do a whole other one on this one, but okay, we're watching it go up and down, right?
Yes.
Obviously, I know that if I'm ready to take this risk, then I'm not going to stare, and then if it goes down, I'm going to be no step. I'm going to let it roll. Don't get anxious. Invest comfortable investing, and don't freak out if something plummets, because it's a game, and eventually it will. Historically,
and that's why I always that's one of the reasons I always recommend that when we're first building this habit, let's only log in when you're actually trading, when you're actually that once a month or whatever. That's it. Otherwise, why are you looking? Porta. It doesn't matter. You don't need it right now. Don't look.
It's just the excitement, the immediate gratification. I got it.
Yeah. But then if you don't see immediate gratification, it wasn't worth it. I don't want to do it.
Your wife, what did she do?
No, dude, you know what? We all have our roles in our relationships, okay? And I will say she will log in quarterly, maybe every 2 years.
pictured her like on her phone.
Oh God, no. She's okay. Well, she is on her phone all day, but not in the stocks. And honestly, I'm the one who has to go in and I'm like, okay, now I just make sure that it's treated, we'll have our roles to play. She does the cars, I'll do the money.
I'm gonna wrap up here and thank you so much for joining us. How can people find you?
Please follow me. I'm on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, all of it at Gaby Talks Money, GabyRincon.com. I would love to work with y'all. Really love working with entrepreneurs. I really love working with, or you have a W-2 job or just kind of trying to break that paycheck to paycheck struggle cycle life, And yeah, right now I have a course that just launched. I'm really excited. It's called Creciendo con Dinero, Money Mastery for the Next Generation. It is such a labor of love. It's super affordable. Honestly, it's like a value of over $1,000 and you only get it for $100, which is crazy. And I'm there. And honestly, I answer all of the questions. I even answer questions on TikTok, on Instagram. Ask me something. Of course, I'm going to give you the answer, It's really aligned. But yeah, love to. Thank you. It's been the best. Honestly, you are the most amazing success story. And Jess is selling herself short. She is incredible at, scaling and understanding business practices. And I'm just happy that I could help with making sure that we were accumulating wealth, right? And how the finance aspect of it looked. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to log into my Charles Schwab and trade.
I know. Can't wait. Text me when you do it.